Good morning, everybody, and I'm absolutely delighted to join you here today to mark the publication of NYCI's Vision for Youth Work and indeed to support this important opportunity for young people across the sector to come together and discuss how this vision set out in this new document can actually be realised in practice. My own department is very much committed to creating a fair, equal and inclusive society where rights are respected and absolutely everybody can reach their full potential. And we see that youth work is an absolutely key lever in that mission, and it provides a space, it provides supports and it provides opportunities for young people from all different backgrounds to develop their own potential, to develop their own personal capacity and to connect with and positively shape both their communities and indeed wider society and allow those young people to thrive. And I am absolutely aware of the transformative work that takes place every single day in youth work settings throughout our country. And young people have told us, and I know having gone to many youth services around the country, they've told me directly the difference that these opportunities and supports make to them, and that they provide that safe space for them to connect with other young people, to allow them to develop socially, help them build self-esteem, help them build autonomy, help them build confidence, and also allows them and introduces them to new skills and new experiences. And it also allows them to connect with positive role models as well, be exposed to mentors, and it supports them to stay in school, engage in positive activities, make better choices, and of course support better mental health, better well-being. And I think it is really, really important that this vital work is shaped by strong support structures and a strong vision, and also supported by avenues for collaboration as well. So in this respect, I welcome the leadership that NYCI has provided and indeed the input of everybody in terms of developing this shared vision of the sector. I think the various themes that are set out in Vision for Youth Work, things like opportunity and access, equity and equality, developing capacity, enhancing the quality, relevance, responsiveness and the impact of services, as well as ensuring we have effective support structures. Each of those themes are so relevant, so important to the development of quality youth work, both on an individual basis and indeed on a national basis as well. And I know all of you will have the opportunity to explore those themes in more depth, in more detail, as part of the various workshops that NYCI have brought together today. The publication of the vision document and indeed the holding of the conference today, I think it's very timely. As many of you know, officials in my department are working on the development of an action plan for youth services, and this will shape the department's work in this area over the next 5 years. And work to develop that action plan, it's at a really advanced stage now. It's been informed by a review of current research, it's been informed by an examination of international best practice, and very importantly by a comprehensive consultation process as well. That consultation, like all the consultations run by our department, it's included engagement with young people themselves, with youth workers, with volunteers, but also with the statutory bodies and the voluntary bodies within the youth sector as well. And that vision for youth work is going to feed very much into the action plan, so particularly timely that it is being published today. As you will no doubt also be aware, my department recently published Young Ireland, the National Policy Framework for Children and Young People 2023 to 2028, the successor to Better Outcomes, Brighter Futures. And this sets out, again, a vision for Ireland which fully respects and fully realises the rights of children and young people. And it sets out a number of very specific actions for the youth sector, and those actions will be reflected in the action plan. Young Ireland is very much grounded in the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, but it deals with young people up to the age of 24 to align with the age range for Irish youth services. And Young Ireland aims to ensure that all children and young people are supported to access their rights, and that policymakers are equipped to make decisions which support those rights, including by ensuring that we have the data we need and by providing a collaborative, providing a platform to collaboratively address the most significant challenges that are faced both by children and by young people. These include child poverty, child and young people's mental health and well-being, and access to disability services. The ultimate aim of this strategic work, whether carried out by NYCI and set out in the Vision for Youth Work, or carried out by my own department and set out in the forthcoming action plan, the ultimate aim is always to enhance young people's opportunities and outcomes through inclusive and high-quality youth work and youth services. Those of you who were present at the National Youth Organisations meeting on Wednesday will have heard me emphasise my commitment and the commitment of my department to supporting the youth sector. We've seen substantial growth in investment over the last 4 years between Budget 2020 and Budget 2024. Exchequer funding from youth services has grown from €61.8 million to €78 million this year, a €26 million increase. And again, those significant investments we're seeing in Budget 2024 is about continuing to build on the achievements we've seen over recent years. We were able to secure a €5 million increase in the budget for youth services in this year's budgetary package. And as you know, €2.5 million of that is ring-fenced to expand universal service provision in recognition of the value of youth services which are open to all young people, and in recognition that in recent years the focus hasn't been on the area of universal services, and we felt it was important to recognise and ensure that all youth services are supported, not just in words but in actions as well. In addition to the €78 million dedicated to the youth services budget, I'm allocating an additional €2 million to youth services to support the integration of young Ukrainians, and an additional 500,000 has been allocated from. I didn't tell Pascal that one. An additional 500,000 has been allocated from the climate change budget to youth climate change initiatives. So this brings the total state funding for the youth sector to €80.5 million in 2024. So I'd like to thank NYCI again for inviting me here to launch the Vision for Youth Work. The commitment and dedication of NYCI to developing the potential of young people through promoting quality youth work practices is absolutely inspiring. And NYCI continues to provide excellent, innovative programs and supports for its member youth organisations, and that adds so much to the provision of youth services throughout Ireland. So again, thank you to Mary, thank you to her team for all the support they've provided to the youth work sector, and indeed for the very expert advice they continue to provide to me and officials within my department. So wish you the very best with your engagement over the day, and wish you all a very happy Christmas as well. Thank you.